Thanks to Ting Mobile for sponsoring this video. Pay a fair price for the talk, text, and data you actually use. Get $25 off your phone bill at brian.ting.com. What's up, everybody? Brian Tong here, and you know what time of the year it is. It is Apple season. So I'm going to be doing a lot of breakdowns about all the upcoming products and everything we know about them based on the latest rumors and reports. You know, I recently did an Apple Watch Series 6 video that you should definitely check out. And I like to do this stuff about a month before we expect them, unlike, you know, some places that will blow their load way too early. That's so we just really have a good picture of what to expect, with the hopes that, hey, maybe Apple can drop some surprises for us too. So this is a triple threat of products, starting off with the new Apple TV, the rumored HomePod Mini, and then Apple's over-the-ear headphones. People are calling them the AirPods Studio until they get an official name. So let's start off with really what I get asked about the most out of these three, a new Apple TV. And we haven't seen a new model since the Apple TV 4K was released on September 22nd, 2017. That is just about 3 years old. So, hey, I'm with you. I understand how all of us just want to see something new with the Apple TV. Now, Bloomberg has reported that Apple has been working on a new Apple TV box with a faster processor that will help with improved gaming performance to really complement their Apple Arcade service, and an upgraded Apple TV remote. You know, that skinny thing that constantly gets lost in your couch, and then when you pick it up, you're like holding it upside down half of the time. Yeah, we love that. Now, the thing that really needs a do-over is the remote, and it's been so bad that a more traditional remote with buttons from a third party was actually made for the Apple TV. But Apple is reportedly working on a new feature that's similar to Find My iPhone to make the remote easy to find, but that doesn't mean that they're looking to redesign the remote. Now, if you haven't heard about this, Roku, they already have kind of a slick Find My remote feature like this since the beginning of 2017 for the Roku 4 and Roku Ultra boxes. But back in February, code found inside of iOS 13.4 revealed that a new Apple TV model that suggests it will be based on the ARM64E architecture, which is the same used in the A12 and A13 Bionic chips, means that, hey, this could be a new Apple TV with an A12X Bionic chip. And if they release a new Apple TV, you got to only hope that HDMI 2.1 will be one of its new features as well, to kind of help future-proof it some, because the current Apple TV is just an A10X. Now, there is no evidence whatsoever telling me that we're going to see it at the September keynote. If the event is planned for, let's say, just an hour, then look, an Apple Watch Series 6, an updated Apple Watch kind of Series 3, WatchOS 7, new iPads, that makes sense. But let's just say it's longer than that. I could absolutely see that maybe we get something else added to that mix. Again, not saying it's the Apple TV, but just give us something more, right? According to the reports, the new Apple TV might not even ship until next year. So I guess I'll just take back getting your hopes up and then completely crushing them. Now, next up, what the tech world has dubbed the AirPods Studio, Apple's high-end over-the-ear headphones. And this is just another step really for Apple becoming an even bigger player in the audio space. 9to5Mac discovered the first icons of it within iOS 14 code that revealed the first look of what the over-ear headphones could look like in two color options. Now, we also have these updated concept renderings like these that give us an idea of what they could possibly look like in real life. And these aren't just rebranded Beats headphones. These are Apple designed headphones, because the AirPods brand has already surpassed Beats. It's absolutely more important, more visible, more recognizable. We've already seen Apple make the first move of getting rid of the Beats name after they recently changed the name of their streaming radio station. And the new headphones, they're expected to bring all this new tech that you're going to currently find in AirPods Pro into this bigger headphone design with even better sound. Like, I can pretty much already trust that Apple is going to make them just sound great. They've proved that they can really produce high quality audio experiences with the sound performance of, look, the HomePod, and then even the smaller AirPods Pro. I know that some of the AirPods Pro features we expect to see brought over are obviously going to be active noise cancellation, a transparency mode for ambient sound, even an equalizer settings have been reported that could be controlled through iOS or your Mac, and then two practical features that will just make them instantly more enjoyable. It's expected that these new headphones will have head and neck detection to pause or play music when you take them off your head and put them on your neck. This is similar to what the new Sony XM4s have. And I'm just going to tell you, once you have this, I promise you, you will never want to go back. But even better, reports say that they'll be able to detect your right ear from your left ear when you put them on and then play audio correctly based on their orientation on your head. So you don't have to constantly check if you're putting them on the right way. Something that I think we've all been doing our entire lives. Now, Sony's XM4s, I did an in-depth review of them. They are my pick for the best headphones of 2020 overall right now. Just really the total package, noise canceling, sound quality, tech features. If you look at it as a whole, they're just really the best ever that I have used to date. And I love them, right? They have these really two cool distinct features where if you talk to someone, it's going to actually detect your voice, stop the audio playing to allow short conversations while still wearing them. And then you'll also have the ability to hold your hand over one of the cups of the ears to allow noise from situations like maybe listening to announcements over a PA to come through. And also you could use it for conversations as well. Now, Apple's AirPods Studios aren't expected to have those two things, which I think are special, but there are already two killer Apple ecosystem features here that we're going to likely see. WWDC, they showcased automatic switching that allows AirPods to just seamlessly switch between the phone, to an iPad if you're watching a movie, and then to a Mac, depending on which one is the priority for taking audio. Then if you get a phone call, it switches to your phone's audio. Pick up, pick up. You know, this is the second time and she still isn't taking my calls. I don't know what gives. But this feature is going to be just killer. It'll absolutely be in Apple's over-the-ear headphones. But they also showed off spatial audio for the AirPods Pro, which will feel like audio is coming from all different directions, like a theater for this real immersive sound experience. It allows you to move your head and track it, but keep the audio playing in the proper position in relationship to the location of the screen that you're watching. Now, this is also expected to come to the AirPods Studio headphones. And look, I was so impressed with the Sony XM4s. They are just ridiculously good, but I'm still excited to see the new Apple headphones. Like, let's just say that the AirPods Studio and the XM4s, if they even had the same exact features or close to it, the sound is great, noise canceling is great, tech features are great. The difference that would convince me to purchase Apple's over-the-ear headphones over them would be the ecosystem hooks. Like, I think that the XM4s are unbelievable headphones, but if there was one headphone on the market, the only one that I might pick over them, it's going to be these AirPods Studios because of those ecosystem hooks. And I think it just really reminds me how powerful the Apple ecosystem is and just how it's becoming really a deciding factor when making a final purchasing decision. Now, Bloomberg has reported that we can expect to see the AirPods Studio release this fall with a potential launch price of $349. Also, another product that we know is coming is an all-new HomePod, specifically a HomePod Mini. So go check out my video where I also broke down really the 4 ways that Apple can fix its HomePod problem. But this is a product that I love and also that I loathe at the same time. The sound quality for the HomePod is amazing. I will stand for it like till the end of time right now for its size. Oh, it just sounds so amazing. But let's talk beyond that. Siri is limited for it. You can only connect to it over AirPlay to play audio, which rules out every non-Apple device. And it's still too expensive at $299. Remember, it started at $399. And they even have had all these deep sales at $199 multiple times over, I believe, like the past year. It hasn't made a difference. They haven't sold more. So 9to5Mac, they found 2 new references for at least 2 new models of the Apple smart speaker in iOS 13.4. One of them is Apple's new smaller size HomePod. We'll just call it the HomePod Mini just for now, for fun. And it will be about half the size of the current one with fewer speakers inside while keeping a similar design according to Bloomberg. And we know that it'll be getting third-party music service support. So we're talking about things like Spotify, Pandora, and others. They can be the default music service on the device if you don't use Apple Music. Plus, it's expected to be cheaper in price. Now, the HomePod recently switched its operating system to be tvOS based. That indicates that it's a device that will still have to be plugged in for power versus iOS 14 devices, which run on an internal battery. So we are expecting it to still be a plug-in speaker and not a wireless one. Now, recent reports show that the HomePod only makes up 2.8% of the US smart speaker market, while you have Amazon there at 53%, Google has 31%. That is just a huge gap and a big owie. We still don't know the price of the new HomePod or the HomePod Mini, but if Apple really wants to make any moves in this smart speaker market, it just starts with a significantly more competitive HomePod price. Now, new HomePods, they're expected to launch this fall before the holiday season, but we'll see if that happens. And I know that has been a whole lot of info and details there, but that's really everything that we know right now about the rumored new Apple TV, the Apple AirPods Studio over-the-ear headphones, and Apple's HomePod and HomePod Mini. All right, Let's say thanks again to Ting, the smarter choice for affordable cell phone service. You pay a fair price for the talk, text, and data you actually use each month. If you use less, you pay less. It's that simple. Ting offers nationwide LTE coverage on 2 networks, so the phone you already own will likely work on Ting. All you need is a SIM card. See how much you can save and get $25 off your phone bill at brian.ting.com. No, not Tong, but brian.ting.com for a $25 credit with Ting Mobile. All right, if you like this video, everybody, give me that thumbs up, subs up, and hit that notification bell, ding, to get a vibration in your pants when my next video drops. I know you like it. Also, if you want an even deeper dive with all things Apple, check out my Apple Bits XL audio podcast with the latest stories and special guests. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Take care and be safe. Until next time, peace and love.